What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to another very exciting Liverpool transfer news video, because multiple journalists and media outlets are reporting that Liverpool have agreed personal terms with Nice's fantastic midfielder Khephren Thuram. Verbally the personal terms have been agreed, and we will take a deep look at what the reports exactly say, and Fabrizio Romano said a few things about this potential transfer as well. And also there was a private jet flying from England to Nice, and now that private jet is on his way back to close to Liverpool. And of course, Liverpool fans already are on flight radar tracking this private jet, and it looks like that could be Khephren Thuram flying to Liverpool for a medical, because hopefully this transfer shouldn't be too complicated, at least on paper, because Khephren Thuram's price should be around 30, 35, 40 million pounds, similar transfer fee to Alexis McAllister. But of course, Khephren Thuram doesn't have a release clause, and Jack Talbot is reporting that Khephren Thuram price tag dictated by the amount of interested clubs. In theory, Nice would accept 45 million euros, but likelihood is he will go to closer to 50 or 60 million euros. As reported before, player almost certain to leave Nice in the summer. But I think 55 million would be a little bit too much for Khephren Thuram, and hopefully Liverpool can negotiate that down to around 40-45 million pounds. And Nice have been reluctant to accept installments for Khephren Thuram, having knocked back such an offer from Paris Saint-Germain before. And these deals, apparently, according to some sources, are around 40, maximum 50 million pounds. Khephren Thuram has personal terms verbally agreed, and Nice and Liverpool FC are now talking numbers. They are talking of what kind of transfer fee Nice wants, what kind of transfer fee are Liverpool willing to pay, bonuses, add-ons, and so forth, and also what kind of installments Liverpool want for this transfer. And Manu Kone also remains a target for Liverpool. Talks are on the way with Borussia Mönchengladbach, but other clubs like Chelsea and Newcastle are interested in Manu Kone as well as Khephren Thuram. Kone would be very cheap. He would be around 30-35 million pounds. So that is very interesting. And Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Liverpool are set to hold talks with Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone, and also with their agents and with the clubs who own their playing rights. And Jonathan Johnson, a journalist working for CBS Sports, has said that Liverpool can afford to sign both Manu Kone and Khephren Thuram after signing Alexis McAllister, and that was the beauty of getting McAllister for just 35 million. McAllister's agent played a blinder, putting that release clause in McAllister's contract, because if it was 60 or 70 million, I don't think Liverpool would have been able to sign three of these kind of midfielders. The journalist said, as has been widely reported, there have been initial discussions over Liverpool possibly signing Manu Kone and Khephren Thuram, two interesting profiles who are attracting a lot of interest from other top clubs across Europe. I think the competition for both will end up being quite fierce. Manu Kone has been linked with Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, Chelsea, and there is interest from Paris Saint-Germain as well. And Khephren Thuram has had similar suitors. In terms of Liverpool and their midfield, they have made a good start, a great start, with signing Alexis McAllister, whose arrival was confirmed yesterday. I think the price they are getting me at is relatively low, certainly in this current market, so it does probably afford Liverpool the resources to get one or even maybe both of Manu Kone and Khephren Thuram. I'm not saying they will get both those players, but they can target the two of them, and if they get one of the two, it can be considered a success. But if we get both, our midfield is pretty much sorted for next season, because we still have Curtis Jones and Bajcetic and Harvey Elliott, three young players who will only get better, who will only improve next season. The journalist continued, I don't think think it's quite a big jump for both of these players from where they are now at Gladbach and Nice respectively to one of the biggest clubs in the world and one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. I think both could do with a bit more experience before dealing with the kind of expectations they will have at Liverpool. But equally, this is a season where Liverpool are going to have to manage their ambitions a little bit. They will be in the Europa League rather than the Champions League, so that might be a more realistic step up for these players rather than going straight into the Champions League and to a club aspiring to win trophies like that and the Premier League title. Liverpool still would want to win the Premier League title next season, and we will try to win the Europa League, but it's true that coming up against Europa League teams might be better for these players. And also Liverpool having a lot of midfield options, we wouldn't need to start straight away Manu, Kone and Khephren Thuram and McAllister in the same midfield. They can be eased in, they can play one game and then they can sit out the next or play as a substitute, and hopefully Liverpool can get these deals done early so they will be available for pre-season training, because that's where a player can get settled in to the Liverpool playing style. Doing a full pre-season is very valuable, especially with Jurgen Klopp's very intensive playing style and also his very specific tactical setup and tactical style that Liverpool are going to play. These players will need to learn that and how to play in this system. Liverpool need to focus on challenging for a return to the top 4 before thinking about the title again. So in that sense, if Kone and Thuram are available at the right time for this rebuild, both will eventually go on to play for the very best teams in Europe. Whoever gets them this summer, and there is an acceptance that they will both move on from their clubs, it will be they are really getting a very good talent for now and for the future as well. And I mean, Liverpool are already absolutely buzzing and excited about this private jet arriving to Blackpool airport from Nice, which is absolutely brilliant. It is scheduled, it has already arrived pretty much. And even if it's just Khephren Thuram's representatives and maybe some, you know, club officials from Nice, it's very exciting times for Liverpool, and hopefully Jörg Schmadtke can smack another deal on the table for Jurgen Klopp. And imagine when Liverpool come back for pre-season training, imagine if we have 3 new midfielders in the squad. What an absolute boost that would be for the players themselves, for Jurgen Klopp and for the Liverpool fan base as well. And some news outlets are even going as far as saying that Manu Kone's medical has been booked, according to multiple sources. And this private jet landing from Nice to Blackpool is indication that something is definitely going on, and there will be definitely negotiations. And who knows, we might get a player announcement video on the weekend from Liverpool after already announcing Alexis McAllister. And I love how proactive Liverpool are in this transfer market. The medical might be difficult to do because Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone are, I think, both taking part in the Euro Under-21 Championship, but that tournament, as far as I'm aware, hasn't kicked off yet. So maybe Liverpool want to get the medical done right now very early, and then they can fly back to that tournament. Oh, okay, the tournament only kicks off on June the 21st, so we still have more than a week to, actually a week and a half, to do this, to do these deals for these players. And they are actually very good friends. I think one of them, either Thuram or Kone, posted on their Instagram story that they were hanging out together before France's Euro 21 tournament kicks off. So that's very good that they are close off the pitch as well. And Taylor, a journalist, said that I'm not sure how ready Manu Kone is to start for Liverpool straight away. There might be an embedding process, as we have seen with many Liverpool signings. Thuram seems like a player to be of concrete interest for Liverpool. We are seeing Liverpool's movements change a little bit, slightly, from a couple of weeks ago when Mason Mount looked like a serious candidate to join. I think Liverpool will focus on improving their midfield before they do other type of transfers, and I think that's very smart, because the midfield transfers are of utmost importance and they are the priority, and we absolutely have to get all three midfielders sorted before pre-season. So these players get actually the best possible chance of getting up to speed within the Liverpool playing style and tactical setup. Khephren Thuram has made 48 appearances for Nice, and he actually provided 8 assists and scored 2 goals, so he had 10 goal contributions, and his defensive stats make him stand out from the other players in the top 5 leagues, making 1.5 tackles per 90 minutes, 1.1 interceptions, earning him an impressive who scored rating of 6.9, and he's also a giant, 6'4", 195 or 94 centimeters tall, and he's very muscular, very agile, pretty fast player as well. For his size, he is a brilliant player. He reminds me of Yaya Toure or Patrick Vieira. Hopefully he can become just like, even if he becomes half as good as those players that I mentioned, Liverpool will have an absolute fantastic midfielder signing. He's ranking in the top 6% of midfielders across Europe's big 5 leagues, as well as the Champions League and Europa League, for progressive carries, 3.2 progressive carries per 90 minutes. He's also ranked in the top 9% of midfielders across Europe's top 5 leagues for successful take-ons per 90 minutes. 1.63 over the last 1 year, which is absolutely fantastic. And Jack Talbot also spoke about Liverpool's admiration for Romeo Lavia, the brilliant midfielder from Southampton. He said, "I think with Lavia there is an admiration for him at Liverpool. We broke the initial interest in late March. We heard a suggestion that Southampton want around 50 million as their asking price. But it won't be that, it will be closer to 40 million, maybe even less than that. And Tyler Morton could be sold to Southampton to subsidize the overall transfer fee. There is certainly interest there. Liverpool are more likely to get Thuram and Kone than Lavia at this point, but that would be my guess," the journalist continued. "The only reason I say I guess that is that with such a pivotal season coming up, I wonder if Lavia's experience might dissuade them, saying that he has had a really good Premier League season. He has been one of the star performers at Southampton despite them getting relegated. He's tremendous, but as of hearing anymore, nothing concrete recently." So Liverpool have bigger interest than Manu Kone and Khephren Thuram, but if those deals, if one of them maybe don't happen, we could turn our attention to Lavia. And no other club has been very seriously interested in Lavia or linked with him recently, so Liverpool still have time because we are acting very early in the transfer window, and that's brilliant. And Brighton chairman Tony Bloom has given Alexis Mac Allister his farewell message to judge Alexis Mac Allister's character and how good of a player he has been for Brighton. It's very important to read this statement. So the chairman of Brighton said, "We are incredibly proud of Alexis and we are sad to see him go. He did something very special, becoming the first Brighton player to win the World Cup and was a key player in our best ever season. He will always be welcome here at the Amex and in the city of Brighton. On behalf of all Brighton fans, I would like to thank Alexis for the many amazing memories and superb performances in a Brighton shirt, and I wish him well for the next chapter in his career." So Alexis Mac Allister is leaving Brighton on good terms, and hopefully he will become a world-class midfielder for Liverpool in the next 5 years. Really excited about him. And the Daily Express newspaper is even reporting that a move for Ryan Gravenberch might be in the works for Liverpool. He said, "Gravenberch is worth a punt. The talent is obviously there. He came through at Ajax where he was brilliant, but there is a reason he hasn't played many games for Bayern, and they've got a loads of world-class midfielders. If you look at what Bayern are trying to do, they are trying to buy even more midfielders, so they mustn't be happy with what they have got. It's the reason why Declan Rice might be going to Bayern Munich. For example, Declan Rice is linked with Chelsea and Arsenal, as well as I think Manchester United as well. But if I were Declan Rice, I would go to a European giant like Bayern Munich. No disrespect to Arsenal or Chelsea. I'm not sure he would how many games he would start at Man United. That would probably be a good transfer for him as well, but I'm not sure how he feels about playing for Man United. At Bayern Munich, he would instantly have potential to win titles and Champions League as well. Because of Bayern trying to buy more midfielders, Gravenberch could be available for, I'm not sure, 35 million pounds. That would be also a great transfer. But if I had to choose, I would sign probably Khephren Thuram and Ryan Gravenberch, but because I haven't seen Manu Kone play as much this season, but he's also a great player. So I'm really happy that Liverpool are doing these deals and these transfer moves very early, before the transfer window even has officially opened, and Alexis McAllister is already a brilliant start to hopefully a great and very successful transfer window for Liverpool. And also shout out to Julian Ward, who laid the groundwork down for the Alexis McAllister deal, because apparently Liverpool have started talking with McAllister and Brighton in March or April, as early as maybe March or April, but hopefully Liverpool can get the deals done for Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone, and then we still might have another 50-60 million pounds left over to do other transfer deals. So hopefully Liverpool will be able to do other deals for a centre-back who can play right-back, or even maybe a centre-back and the right-back. But Liverpool's squad is shaping up nicely for the new season. I think having a very energetic, very high tempo, high energy, high pressing midfield is absolutely key for Liverpool, because the best period for Liverpool from 2018 to 2022, Liverpool had a very high energy midfield with a prime Henderson, prime Fabinho, and also prime Gini Wijnaldum. Hopefully Liverpool can get back to that kind of intensity and energy that we have been seriously lacking in this season that we just finished. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Have a lovely day. See you later. Goodbye.